the scientific evidence strongly suggests that it can be an important adjunct for many. And as decriminalization spreads worldwide, the confluence of magic, yoga, meditation, and cannabis will become more and more common. In the past, information about this plant was purely occult, hidden away from law enforcement and disapproving eyes. And now we have the opportunity and the responsibility to shed new light on this misunderstood corner of esoteric spirituality. Cannabis Basics. Chapter 1. The Useful Plant. To the sadhu in meditation, cannabis is a gift from the god Shiva. To the Rastafari, it is the tool that helps people reason with each other. In popular culture, though, cannabis is the butt of snide jokes, an intoxicant that turns intelligent people into gentle idiots. Or maybe it is an evil gateway to harder drugs. At best, it is a recreational intoxicant or an alternative medicine. As Aleister Crowley once wrote, "Comparable to the Alf Lela wa Lela itself, a very tower of Babel, partaking alike of truth both gross and subtle, inextricably interwoven with the most fantastic fable, is our view of the herb hashish, the herb dangerous." So, exactly what is cannabis? The cannabis plant is a hardy, leafy green shrub that has followed humans and evolved with us for thousands of years. As soil warms in the spring, cannabis seeds sprout and reach for the sun. The young plants spread dark green, wide leaves, grow for a season, mature, go to seed, and die back. Although in more fortunate, warmer climates, plants may survive and grow year-round. The plant has two sexes, male plants, that produce little ball-like staminate flowers, and females that produce clusters of tiny green flower bracts with white, hair-like pistils. These clusters are popularly called buds. Every part of the plant is useful, and throughout history, cultures have discovered and rediscovered the numerous uses of cannabis. The roots are a source of medicine and can also be used to enrich the soil of other crops. The stalks are a source of fiber for rope, paper, and textiles. The seeds are a nutritious source of food and oil. The leaves are also a source of medicine as well as recreational beverages and biomass for distilling fuel. And the female flowers are medicinal and magical, the source of ganja and hashish. There is some debate whether the varieties of cannabis should be classified as one species, as 3, or even as 4 individual species. The most current genetic research suggests that all psychoactive strains are cannabis indica, divided into narrow-leaf drug (NLD) varieties and broadleaf drug (BLD) varieties. Plants categorized as actual cannabis sativa, the new thinking goes, are non-psychoactive fiber hemp, but commercial NLD cannabis is generally referred to as sativa, and we'll stick with the traditional varietal names here. Whatever taxonomic classification the academics might eventually decide upon, we generally recognize 3 different varieties: sativa, indica, and ruderalis. What we refer to as sativa varieties, actually NLD cannabis indica, are typically tall, airy plants. These are quite potent and renowned for an uplifting, spiritual, psychedelic kind of high, excellent for magical and meditative uses. Indica, BLD, plants are usually squat, dense, resin-rich plants with a more relaxing body high. Ruderalis, also called autoflowering or dwarf cannabis, is a tiny variety that distinguishes itself not only by being very short, but also by flowering whenever and wherever it pleases, regardless of season or the length of day. In ancient times, ruderalis strains were a source of medicine and psychoactive cannabis, but were long forgotten. Recently, they have experienced a comeback among cannabis growers. We generally refer to the plants used for fiber or seed as hemp, and the ones grown for medicine, magic, and fun as ganja or marijuana, though they are really all the same plant. Cannabis. With the exception of ruderalis, cannabis plants rely on the length of daylight to let them know what kind of growth to produce. When days are long in summer, the plants concentrate on vegetative growth, growing branches and leaves. When days become short in the fall, the plants shift into flowering. The male